Yo, what's going on, Digi fans? Today I have sort of a weird thing that I'm going to plan on doing. I'm going to call this on paper deck profiles. So, what this is it's going to be a deck that I have an idea of, or I've put together, or I'm working on just on paper. Something that seems pretty cool or pretty fun. Maybe a theme deck, something like that, just on paper. Seems fun, seems cool, but I'll leave it up to you guys to do most of the testing for this kind of stuff. But I do have a deck here that I've made for someone to get into the game with me with, and I like how it looks so far. There's definitely some editing that needs to be done, and I will go over that as we go over this. But yeah, I think it's a pretty fun deck. So let's go ahead and get on into it. It's going to be a Gomamon hybrid deck. So a blue Gomamon hybrid deck. So strangely enough, Gomamon seems really good. There's a lot of Gomamon cards that aren't good, but there are a few that work really well with what this deck is trying to do. So we're going to start with 4 Bukamon. I have these 3 in here just because that's what I started with, but then I found this guy, and this guy is miles better, so much better. So you definitely want 4 of this Pokemon from BT4. The artwork is so much better in this one, super freaking cute, but you definitely want the ability, the inherited ability of this Pokemon. So 4 of him. Then we run 1 Kiaromon. Very good as well. I know a lot of people love Kiaromon, but for what this deck is trying to do, you definitely want Bukamon. So I would say use this as like a supporting egg, but other than that, like, you want Bukamon. That's just my opinion, but you'll kind of see what this deck's trying to do. I guess I should kind of go over what Bukamon does. It says, when attacking, trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So if you're attacking early, especially if they have their level 4 Digimon, on top of their Tamers even, a lot of Tamers, this will be good for a lot of the meta right now, I guess. So you can trash a lot of their Tommies, a lot of their JPs, things like that. So that's very good. And then Kiaromon basically says that when something's trashed, you can draw a card. So that's very good as well. 100% understand why you would do this, but that trash from Bukamon is definitely very good. Then moving on, we run, technically we run 1 of the promo Gomamon, and then we run 2 of the kind of just vanilla, cheap 3K power Gomamon. Super cute artwork. This is actually going to change. It's going to 100% be 3 of the promo Gomamon, because the promo Gomamon is a lot better than I thought he was. I honestly didn't even know I had this Gomamon, so it was 3 of just the vanilla. But this promo Gomamon says, during your turn, once per turn, when you trash a Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon, gain a memory. Dude, just for doing what your deck does, because this deck is going to do a lot of trashing. It does a lot of trashing of the Digivolution. So just for doing what the deck does, you gain memory. Like, that's so good. So definitely 3 of that, along with 1 of the EX1 Gomamon, where it says on play, you trash the bottom card of their Digivolution. So along with him, dude, the promo Gomamon is the way to go, baby. I'm telling you. Definitely grabbing some more of it to put in here. Then we run 2 of the Madoki. Madoki Betamon is just super good. It's pretty much a staple right now, especially with all the memory gain and things like that. Then we run 2 Strabimon, just for these searches. Strabimon's just a good searcher. You play him, you search cards, you search your hybrids, you search your tamers. Very, very good. Then we run 3 Bokomon, and then 1 Nemon. probably going to move this up to 4 Pokemon just because sometimes, for some reason, it's hard to find grade 4s, or level 4s, sorry. Even though we run a really good amount, I think, in here. So probably bump this up to 4 Pokemon. But I just love the idea of Nemon playing you a tamer for free and then recycling your tamers. Oh man, I can't get past how much I love that from Nemon. But if we have to, definitely going to test it out a little bit more and see if we can avoid putting another Pokemon in there. But if not, there will probably be another Pokemon. And that's going to do it for our rookies. Then we go on to the champions. We have 1 Ikakumon, because this is a Gomamon deck. We run at least 1 of each of Gomamon's evolutions. So this is sort of a theme deck, but also a theme on point. It says, your turn, this Digimon can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. So if you're going for a big swing, especially with a card in particular in this deck, then Ikakumon is going to make sure that it cannot be blocked and you are getting that damage off. So, 1 Ikakumon. We run 1 Kendo Garurumon. Kendo Garurumon says, when attacking, return 1 of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all of its Digivolution cards underneath it. So this lets you get some early bouncing. Also, it hurts Rookie Rush quite a bit. So there's that. And then we run the Tommy package here with the 4 Kumamon and the 4 Core Ikakumon. So the Tommy package there, pretty standard blue hybrid right now. 4 and 4 for these guys. Especially the Core Ikakumon, man, it's just so good. So good. Then we run, that's it for our champions actually. So we run a total of 8, 9, 10 champions. Then we have our ultimates. We have Zudomon. Zudomon being the ultimate evolution of Gomamon, of course. And it says, when Digivolving, trash 2 Digivolution cards at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Super good. Might try to bump him up, but there's just not a lot of room to bump him up. Very good effect though, so when you Digivolve with him, you're trashing cards. Doing what this deck does best, you're trashing cards. Then we run the 2 Daipenmon. I like his ability to be able to draw cards. He can also freeze things, I'm pretty sure. While a card with hybrid in its traits is in this Digimon's Digivolutions, none of your opponent's level 3 Digimon can attack. So that's going to put a halt to the Rookie Rush. That's going to put a halt to the Cherubimon Rookie Rush. That's going to put a halt to a lot of things. So that's definitely very good in that sense. And then we run 3 Beowulfmon. So Beowulfmon says, when attacking, you may return 1 card with hybrid in its traits from this card's Digivolution cards to your hand. To return 1 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand and trash all Digivolution cards underneath it. So this is again going to bounce back cards that are important to you and bounce cards that can be important to your opponent back to their hands and trashing anything underneath. And then we run this. Now we're going on to our megas. We run, I believe, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ultimates in this deck. And then we go on to our megas. We run 1 Vikemon because, like I said, this is a Gomamon deck. So it's sort of themed, but around the blue hybrid theme. So 1 Vikemon from, I believe, BT7. Says, when Digivolving, if you have a Tamer in play, up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon... if you have a Tamer in play, up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack until your opponent's until the end of your opponent's next turn. So that freezes your opponent for a turn. And then it says, when attacking once per turn, return 1 of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to its owner's hand. So if they have a Mega with no Digivolution cards underneath it, you're bouncing that back. and then making them start from scratch pretty much. Say they have a Cherubimon, just one Cherubimon with no Digivolution cards. You attack with this and then bounce their Cherubi and they have to start all over. Then we move on to what is arguably the boss monster. It is Ancient Megatheriummon. It's a Tommy's what is it? 10 Warriors card. So this card is very, very good. It says when digivolving, for each card with hybrid in its traits in this Digimon's Digivolution cards. So each card in this card stack with hybrid in it, trash one Digivolution card from the bottom of each of your opponent's Digimon. Then, for each Digimon your opponent has with no Digivolution cards, draw 2. So you're drawing 2 for each and every one of your opponent's cards with no Digivolution cards underneath it. So if they're hard playing cards, if you're bouncing back their cards and they're having to hard play them, this card is going to get you so much card advantage. You're going to have all the pieces you need after you get this card off and you pop off with this card. And then it says on deletion you may play one blue level 4 or lower card with hybrid in its traits from your hand without paying its memory cost. So this card dies and you get your Korikakumons, you get your Kumamons, you get whatever you need onto the field for free. So very, very good. We run 4 of those. And then our last mega of the deck, which is, like I said, that last one could be arguably the boss monster. This is what you would argue it with. One Azulongmon. Azulongmon is crazy powerful in this deck. Crazy powerful in blue hybrid in general, in blue in general. It says, when digivolving, trash one Digivolution card from the bottom of all of your opponent's Digimon. So all of your opponent's Digimon, get rid of one Digivolution card. Then gain 1 memory for each of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. So similar to the Ancient Megatherium with drawing, he's going to gain you memory. And that memory is going to be very important, especially if you got him after getting all the cards from this. Oh my goodness, you're going to have so much memory to play with. And then your turn, for each Digimon with no Digivolution cards your opponent has in play, this Digimon gains security +1. So for each Digimon that has no stack, you are going to get +1 security attack. So that's also where that regular Ikakumon comes into play. Because if you can get a Azulongmon on top of an Ikakumon, he's going to make sure that this highly powerful security attack is not going to be able to be blocked. So good. Alright, then moving on to the Tamers. We run 4 Tamihimi. Tamihimi, you play him and you sack 3 of their Digivolution cards from one of their Digimon. And what is his inherit ability? When attacking until the end of your opponent's next turn, one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack or block. So busted. I definitely think that if Tommy sticks around after BT8, then they're probably going to nerf Tommy at some point. I don't know if they're going to put him to 1, but they're definitely going to nerf Tommy at some point. So then we run 2 Matt Ishida. Matt Ishida is basically just your memory guy. And then Sora and Joe, also kind of just your memory guys. These 4 guys just kind of help with your memory. You're mainly looking at your Tommies here. Your Tommies are going to be the way to go. But these guys are going to help out as well. So then for our option cards, we run a few option cards. We run 2 Evolution Ancient. Let's say we play a Kumamon from our hand, and we have an Ancient Megatherium in our hand. Boom, we can get into our Mega Digimon a lot faster by just playing this and instantly evolving into Megatherium with just this card for free. You do have to pay its cost, I believe, but you get to go into your Mega like turn 3 or something like that, so no big deal there. Then we play the 1 Ice Wall. Of course, Ice Wall is at 1. It freezes your opponent for a turn pretty much. Then we play Arctic Blizzard. I basically had this or the Daipinmon version of this. They both basically do the same thing, but this helps this particular deck more. Choose one of your Digivolution cards, or choose one Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon and trash it. Then one of your Digimon gets +2 attack, or plus 2,000 DP for the turn. So this lets you go into your opponent's Digimon. Let's say they have something that's giving them blocker, something that's giving them piercing, something that's letting them stand back up in their inherent abilities. You go in and you pick out whatever you want, and that thing is gone. You trashed that card. So good. Then we have one blue memory boost. Blue memory boost is blue memory boost. You search for a blue card, blue Digimon card, and then it's delay. You get 2 memory. Very good. Then right now we're running Starlight Velocity, just in case we have something or one of our pieces, or we can't find a champion or something like that. We can go into one of our stacks and pull that card out so we can continue stacking. That's basically it. This might come out. It doesn't serve a lot of purpose other than just trying not to get stuck, but it's whatever. You could easily take this out and put another Azulongmon in. Easy. And then we run 2 Hearts Attack. This is going to be one way of just getting rid of a whole stack. Let's say they have like 4 or 5 cards underneath their Digimon. You just play this, and it says to trash all Digivolution cards under one of your opponent's Digimon. So play this for 3, trash all their stuff, easy peasy. You get gains all day long. Yeah, so that is our Gomamon hybrid deck. Let me know what you guys think about this down below. Let me know what you guys would change. Let me know how ridiculous you think this is, how ridiculously good you think this is, how ridiculously bad you think this is, and how ridiculous my speech has been during this entire thing. I've been stuttering. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. There will be more to come. I'm getting very close to finishing a lot of decks. This deck in particular, I was probably the closest on finishing, I think. Like I said, I'm building this for someone else. They really like Gomamon, so I decided to build this, and it's actually working out a lot better than I thought it would. So I'm definitely very excited about that. I think my next closest one might be JP, so we might take a look at that in the next video. But let me know what you guys think down below. What deck would you like to see? What deck would you like my opinions on? Things like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.